remarks from coach.
Evening, guys. Well, I think I've got to address probably the main issue. It's probably an issue that maybe in the past it's probably been swept under the carpet, but we're a football club that's very proud of our diversity and inclusion in our staff and our supporters. And I think there's no place at all for racism on a football field, in society. I've just been speaking to the owners, all three owners, and they 100% agree that there's no way in the world that any form of racism should be happening on a football field. And I must commend my players for keeping their calm. I must commend the referee for a really, really, really difficult situation. He followed the protocol set out by the MLS. And I must give massive respect to Wayne Rooney for dealing with it in the way that he did. I think I've always known him as a class act. I think today he went up in my estimations more than he's ever done, more than any goal that he's ever scored. I think the players were hurt, players were disappointed, and I called the players over because I've, in my previous job with England, we've had lots of experiences in certain countries of racism. So we're quite briefed on how to handle these situations. I learned a lot from Gareth Southgate, the England manager, and all the FA staff in terms of. So I called the players over. I asked them if it was okay. I told them that we were going to stick together, deal with this, that it was unacceptable, that there's no forms, there's no place for racism for me in society, never mind on a football field. And I think the situation and was handled really well under difficult circumstances. And I've got to say that I don't think I've ever been as proud as my players that I was tonight, to repeatedly keep going right to the 90th minute, to score late goals, to keep going right to the end, to show the quality and commitment is phenomenal. And I said to them before the game that there's probably many people over this weekend with the results that have been going that have probably written us off, but they've been writing us off from day one of this season. And, I said, look, let's go for it with nothing to lose. I took a massive risk with a change of system. I take full responsibility probably for the first 20 minutes of the game because I'd got the senior players in and what the senior players, what we discussed, sometimes as a manager, you have to involve the players in the process of what you're trying to do. And what I say about the senior players at this football club, they took massive ownership in the way, in the direction that we were going to go today. And when you have that kind of ownership and that kind of trust, 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, players tend to deliver, and they delivered incredibly. And we're still in the race. We're still in the hunt. We're chasing a pack. Cincinnati looked to me as if they are over the line. Orlando celebrated as if they were over the line. So we're just the chasing pack that's coming up on the rails. And we're enjoying it.
And Damien.
Yeah, I think Amaya was involved as well. There was just a racist comment. There's a racist comment that's unacceptable. A word was used that I think is unacceptable in society. It's a word was used that I think is the worst word in the world. That's it really.
To come out and talk about this. Thank you.
Well, I go back 3 or 4 years and I was working with England and I always wanted to be that manager that had the courage to take his team off and make a real stand, because I think this is bigger than football. I would give up the result to make a stand. And when it happened, it was a big moment. And that's why I called the players over, because my first thought was to bring the players off the field, and to really make a big stand. And then I spoke to the referee. The referee was in a really difficult situation, but handled it incredibly well. And then I thought Wayne was incredible in the way that he we spoke. We both probably, our relationship helped. He asked me, I spoke to him. We spoke to the referee. Obviously, there was players in our team that were very emotional, which you would be. And I never wanted to be one of those coaches that just ignored a real serious issue. And I'm probably proud of the players in the way that they grouped together. I'm proud of the way that we grouped together and made a stand. And I'm proud of the way that DC handled the situation as well. So it was, I think it was dealt with in the best possible manner.
Next question, Franco.
Bring on top.
Yeah, I thought in the first 35 minutes, I thought they were our biggest problem. They were both rusty. I thought Gonzalo was a bit fatigued. I thought Leo was a little bit rusty. But I wanted to keep them on the pitch. My physio and sports scientist before the game said, he can only play maximum 45 minutes to 60 minutes. And I ignored that because we needed to win the game. But I wanted to get as many goal scorers on the pitch as possible. And Leo scored 2, Gonzalo scored 1. It's a partnership that we first started to play together in San Jose. And I think if we want to get to where we want to get to, I think we need to score 3-4 goals to win some of these games that we're playing. So I looked at the team and thought, well, where's our goals? And it was Gonzalo and Leo. And you think about at 70 minutes, I should have probably took Gonzalo off, but I had to keep goals on the pitch. And, I feel for our wingers at this moment in time because they're having to sacrifice. But I think everyone knows what Leo is about. And I'd say that I don't think there's a better striker in the MLS at this moment in time than Gonzalo Higuain. So, and he's had to take a hell of a lot of criticism, but he's leading this group to where we want to get to.
Next question, Mike.
Can you shed any light on what happened there?
No, obviously the referee come over, spoke to me and Phil. There was a complaint, which I'm sure will get investigated. So there's not really much more I can say now.
Okay.
You've been waiting to play Christian and Taxi together. I think the mindset is for this group going forward.
Yeah, I think nothing changes for us. We know we have to improve. We have to improve defensively. There's been some real positive signs, which I've seen over the last few weeks. Obviously knew it was going to be tough to come in here and change everything at once. I think we're creating chances, we're playing some good stuff at times, but we need to be hard to beat and not, as I said before, not give up the goals we're giving up. So it's a process, obviously. There'll be players leaving the club, there'll be new players coming into the club for next season. So it's been a good opportunity for me to really look at as many players as I can do over the last 6 weeks, whatever it is, and then really give myself and the coaches an idea of what we need to do moving forward.